well, we're back early in the morning with the S13 SR20 swap. So last week, today is the 21st, day before Thanksgiving. The car did turn on, but we had an issue. We had a noise in the back. Don't know if it's the crank or the clutch. The clutch was not right. You know, we couldn't even put the slave cylinder. It was fully compressed already with the transmission on and everything. So that could be the noise, we hope, on that. If not, then the engine's no good. You know, we did put new bearings in the engine and the crank, but when you buy these used engines, you actually don't know what's happened to them with previous owners. They came from Japan, and then maybe a couple other owners in the US beat on them. So hopefully it's not the engine, you know, right now. So we took the transmission off last week. I came back, so I'm going to take the clutch off. We may have, I think we came down to thinking that we're using a KA clutch disc on an SR clutch. It's just way too thick, so it's not letting, it's just not working. So for the throwout bearing, because the throwout bearing was completely compressed onto it, so could be making the noise on it. So I took the transmission off. We took it off. So I'm going to take the clutch off, put the transmission back on with just a couple bolts so I can get the starter on, turn it on without it, and then hopefully the noise is gone. So let me do that right now. So I just took the clutch off, and what I noticed was, and I noticed this before when we put it on, these didn't compress. So usually when you put the clutch on, when you start tightening it down, this might move down a little bit. This did not, so it was probably sticking up too high for it to compress. So I'm thinking, you know, this is an SR pressure plate, SR flywheel, KA 6-puck disc. So the splines do work, but we're probably thinking, we didn't know, you know, because he had a clutch disc before, a clutch kit on the KA, that this might be a little too thick. I just measured it, and I think it's roughly about, let's see, I mean, it's a little worn out, but it's showing here a little bit over 70, maybe 73. So we'll figure it out. We'll get an SR clutch disc and then do that. So right now I'm going to put the transmission back on, bolt it on, put the starter back on, and turn it on that way and see if that was the issue. All right, I got the transmission on. I really didn't want to bench press it, so I actually used 2 jacks, one in the front, one in the rear, and then I also, well, the strap is on the floor, but I strapped it. So strap is on. I strapped the transmission, had it tied up to here, to the chassis, so it can stable it coming up. Alrighty, so I don't know. So moment of truth right now. Hopefully it was that. All right, had to connect the battery, double check everything. The fuel filter was leaking, so I'm gonna put this down here just in case, away from. All right, nada yet. All right. Don't have any water in it, so Close out the video. Engine runs, no issues with it that we know of as of right now. Sounds quiet. So the clutch is the issue. Could be the disc, could be the pressure plate. We don't know. I mean, he did take it to get checked at a clutch place here in Tampa, Florida. Not sure. Could be throw bearing. I don't know. So he needs to figure that out. My brother. So it probably could be the disc. It's just too thick. It's not giving it any room. So we'll see. Anyway, get that fixed. We'll take the transmission back off, put it back on, fix all the vacuum leaks. Of course, you can see there's no intercooler piping, no filter. This is one right here that's opened. A couple things. Just clean up a couple things. That's why I won't stay on. Get the throttle cable on. Just needs to adjust that bracket. Sorry for the shake cam. Needs a bracket here. It just won't fit. Sorry, my finger's in the way. Right there. Anyway, it just needs to go a little bit lower. So just needs the bracket be adjusted. Fix these vacuum lines. We just put it here so we can cover some of them. Fix this fuel pressure because it's just saying 100. Not sure. It won't move. I've been adjusting this up and down. I don't know what's going on. Maybe this Tomei needs the other gauge. I broke the other one anyway. But we're going to replace this. That's not going to go there. So that's what's just temporary. May move it back there. Move it over here. I don't know. So, but that's about it. Hopefully we'll get a video with everything put on, driving, testing, and all that good stuff. So that's about it. Thanks. Don't forget to subscribe. Share to everybody. Share to your friends. I know there's a bunch of SR20 videos being put together, but why not? Share another one. Be another SR20 video, another car video, YouTube channel, and all that good stuff. I'm into all kinds of stuff. So.